welcome to the studio.
Thank you.
It's a nice green suit.
Well, it's one of these suits where you wear once, you know.
How are you? Glad to see you. Glad to see you.
You're a boy.
Nice to see you, man. How are you?
Len, nice to see you. Len says that to you. Hi, Len.
How are you? Howdy. How are you? Good afternoon. Stretch your legs. Sit down.
How are you?
How are you? Hello. Here we come. How are you? How are you? Hello, Lynn. Oh, I'm glad to see you. Well, gentlemen, I know this is a novelty for you, having somebody talk to you.
Quiet.
But I just want to wish you all the luck in the world in your selling campaigns throughout the year. And we, all of us here, my colleagues, my friends, ladies and gentlemen that work for Paramount, we're all glad to have you here. We know you came in without knocking, and we know you're going out the same way. God bless you.
But tomorrow I'm starting another picture.
What picture's that, Archie?
Our Husbands Necessary.
Oh, is that the one we talked about or heard about at our meeting today?
Yes, it's a little bit, a very small part, but a very good one.
What kind of a part is it?
It's a window washer. Oh. And a beautiful window washer.
Carrol, we're mystified as to your nationality. You play so many different parts.
Well, much to a lot of people's surprise, I happen to be an Irishman that was born in New York City.
Where do you pick up all your dialects?
Well, frankly, that's a matter of luck. You see, I had 5 sisters, and they were all pretty good-looking gals back in New York, and that's known as the melting pot. They have all nationalities there, and I happen to get 6 international brother-in-laws. One is an Italian, the other is Jewish, the other is a South American, the other is a Russian, I think, and they all have accents.
No Greeks?
Oh, yes, there's a Greek, too. As a matter of fact, he gave me the best accent I ever used.
Well, Carrol, how about a little example of that dialect you talk of?
Yeah,
Well-
give out a little, Carrol.
Well, this is a tough spot. This is worse than any picture. But here goes. Well, kids, lots of fun, huh? Yes, it's a good of fun. So we got a convention, we got lights, we got a stuffer downstairs and the ambassador, and everything is a hokey-dokey. And for me, it's a great pleasure. This personally is my first convention. But it's a different kind of a convention than any I has ever heard of it. Because they told us to me, all of these fellas are from a Fox and those MGM and those smaller studios around here. Well, they have a conventions too, and all of the fellas that goes to those conventions, they said to me, lay off the kids, everybody's got a long face. Well, you see, some of these studios is doing it pretty fair, then the other ones is doing it good. Then some are very good, and a lot, some are doing it excellent. But the one that's doing it the most excellent of all, it's a secret, I can't tell you. But I can tell you the first letter of the name. It's a P. And incidentally, that's also the first letter in another word, prosperity. You see, U-P, and Bogest in Algerian is spelled with a P too. But anyhow, what I think we need for this convention, kids, is a good slogan. And what do you say for a slogan just like this? Push 'em up the Paramount, huh?
Now, I'll tell you a little story, if I can dig one up on the spur of the moment. There's one they used to tell about the colored boy that was being mustered out of service, and don't look so anticipatory, it's not dirty. I've been warned that I can go about that far. So this little colored fellow was being mustered out of the service after the war was over, and they had him in the delousing. Is that too bad, delousing?
No, that's right.
It's all right, delousing. Had him in the delousing camp, and they were, the officers were at the table, and they marched him through. So the officer in charge says to him, well, Herman, he says, where are you from? They're going to send him back home, you know. So he says, Herman, he says, where are you from? He said, Demopolis, Alabama. So the captain says, where's that at? He says, how come you asked me where it's at? You didn't have no trouble finding me, did you?
Gentlemen, we look as though we are in a forum here. And we have heard stories, Mr. Overman and Mr. Tamirov, and they have entertained you. And you generally look at us on the film, and sometimes you may get a little tired of it. So since you are out here and we've got you in our spot now, under the lights, and you're very warm, I noticed, and with the camera grinding on you, we're going to turn this forum over to you and make you work.
You
Mr.
mean it?
Nolan, will you carry on from here?
I think that's a very good idea. Now, Mr. D's from Dallas here. I believe that he would be the first one picked. What do you think of this coming season, then, as far as your viewpoint?
I think it's grand.
You
For
do?
the product that you're turning out this coming season.
Well, thanks a lot. Now, that's very
We
encouraging.
want curry. We want curry.
Come on, Jack.
Mr. Curry comes from Oklahoma City, and I think he'll have something to tell us about the Indians. Mr. Curry.
Geronimo.
About the Indians, I just made the remark that after Fargo and Plainsman and Union Pacific, there isn't any Indians left.
You know, I came to think that surprises me is these guys all evidently can take it. They've had 3 days and nights of business and talk, a lot of hard work, and they're still smiling. I wonder what the answer is.
I don't know.
You've been around through the studio onto the various sets, and in a couple of minutes, the picture will be shown over at the studio theater. You'll see some more shots of the newer pictures that are in process at the present time.
Judge Frawley, I want to thank you so much for bringing all the boys here.
Oh, darling, thank you.
Bye, boys. Do not forget that this is Paramount's year.